What is up, you guys? You're watching Sergio's Secret. Before I get started with today's video, I post a video Monday through Friday on contemporary and designer fashion. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any one of these uploads. And today we're going to be doing another car vlog. So I did one maybe like weeks ago. I was planning to do one last week, but you know, the snowstorm happened, so no pude. And this was the topic that I wanted to talk about, for the topics that I kind of wanted to talk about last week. So it is like kind of a little bit of old news, or not like super new news. So I suggest one of you guys to get something to drink. I have a Starbucks right here. Today I ordered a chai tea latte with light ice, but I guess it wasn't light ice. A sandwich from Starbucks. I'll give you a little quick outfit today. I'm wearing this 100% cashmere theory little sweater. I literally got this like 4 years ago. Literally looks brand new. Vince top. I have my little stack right here, and then the bag that I'm using today is my Coach Cassie. As you can see, I literally have been using this, and I literally have been throwing my life inside of here. So this is the bolsa que estoy usando, and actually today the way I'm carrying it, I'm wearing it actually as a shoulder bag. So I love how the chain just kind of like hangs around, and it just kind of adds like a little bit of edginess to it. So yeah, this is the bag that I'm using today with this outfit. It's a super casual outfit, and I'm just wearing some beige sneakers. And so today's topic that we're going to be talking about is going to be Rihanna's premium line. And obviously we all know by now, or if you don't know, which is Rihanna's kind of brand, we have Fenty Beauty, and then we have Savage X Fenty, and then we actually have Fenty, like her designer ready-to-wear line. So we'll kind of talk about each tiers, and I'll kind of explain how I feel about every tier, and ultimately why, in my opinion, I feel that the premium Fenty line didn't do successful as even as I anticipated. I really thought it was going to do really well, but as you can see, they called it quits. So Rihanna and LVMH kind of like agreed to kind of stop the brand, and it was really crazy to hear. It was very shocking, porque I would never expect that, because literally whenever that news broke, I think it was a day or two after, I was at Saks in Houston, and they had some Fenty glasses. Like, oh look, they look pretty cute or whatever, and then like 2 days later, that's when it dropped, which was kind of crazy. I remember last year when I went to London, I went to Selfridges, and Selfridges is a really big store. They literally have everything. You can buy Topshop, you can buy Hermes, you can buy everything in that store. And so they had a little section of Fenty clothing. It is really nice. Like, the quality felt really great, but I always felt that the price points were very pricey, and especially when the fashion market is so saturated. If you're talking fast fashion, if you're talking contemporary, if you're watching designer, literally, guys, so freaking saturated. There's so much variety, there's so many things coming out every single day from every single brand. So you really have to stand out, and sometimes your name is not enough for people to buy stuff, especially when you're coming out of the blue. I thought Rihanna, it didn't really stick, is because you have two other tiers of brands, and whenever you start kind of going through different brands, it's always better to kind of do like the Armani way, where it was like Giorgio Armani, and then you started bringing out like Imperial Armani, and then Armani Exchange, and then Armani Jeans, and Armani Junior. And so you always start your bread and butter at the highest top, and then so when you stop, you can kind of go to lower tiers of items. Say if you started with Armani Exchange, I mean, it's going to be really hard for somebody to justify, oh, Armani Exchange price points for Giorgio Armani price points. I know the product and everything's really different, but I'm going to say an example. When you start off a brand, it always should always, if you're going to go like contemporary or designer price point, it should always be like that from the beginning, not start low and then have like another line that's super expensive. That doesn't really work in the long run, or you can't necessarily kind of that mainstream. It may work for a little bit, it may have a little bit, but it's nowhere going to be near as tier of the brand. And so whenever it got launched, they had already had Savage X Fenty, and they already had Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty is a brand by Sephora. I think it's Kenzo Brands, and so Sephora is owned by LVMH. So my conspiracy that I feel with Fenty is, lo que yo creo is, they saw the big push of Fenty when it dropped out, when I first came out too. And I remember I bought a powder, and I think I bought the little lip balm, and I remember that weekend everything was sold out. Like, I went to two Sephoras. I went to Sephora inside JCPenney, and then I went to a freestanding Sephora, and all of it was like selling out. By Sunday or Monday, everything was sold out. And so I guess they maybe saw those numbers, said, you know what, Rihanna has potential. You know, this is something that, you know, we can go further on and kind of do. And I feel like since the cosmetic line is super successful, and it still is, Fenty Beauty line does really well through Sephora, and especially since it's owned by Sephora, they don't really have to wholesale their makeup, they don't have to do all these agreements, it's all kind of done in-house, so there's actually like more profit, and everything kind of stays in-house, so they have more control of the brand at the end of the day, because you can only buy Fenty here in the States at Sephora. I know in other countries like in the UK, Nicki's, or there's another department store that they have, like that's where they carry the brand. I know in different places like it could change, but here in the States it's carried by Sephora, so they have more control over it. So I feel like they knew that Rihanna had a lot of potential, and so I guess they came out with that premium line. And I feel like even right from the beginning, a lot of the things were very simple, and I like very simple stuff, but it was like simple trendy. It was very like, you can tell that it's from that season, you can tell that it was from, you know, that particular season. So if you wear a trendy ruche, you know, t-shirt dress, you can distinguish that it was from that season. So it would be very hard to justify the price points of those items. I feel like the only thing that I really liked from the Rihanna line, from the premium, was the eyewear. I think the eyewear was so pretty. I remember a lot of people, not a lot of people, but I remember when people bought the first eyewears when they first launched, and then I saw people throughout, like celebrities and then just people that I just see on Instagram, have kind of like the Rihanna glasses, and I actually really liked them. They were so cute. I tried them on, they were giving me all the looks, all like the, like they were just kind of boosting me up, like they were just kind of giving me the fantasy. They were giving me the sunglass fantasy, and I was like living for it. While I'm here wearing basic black glasses, some person beside me is wearing these beautiful Fenty glasses, and I was like totally here for them, totally here for them. It doesn't really surprise me at the end of the day that they ended up getting rid of the line. Also had Savage X Fenty, which is the lingerie line. So if you have a lingerie line where it's like very inexpensive, like in the grand scheme of things, Savage X Fenty, when you look at the price points and you compare it to Fenty, you can see the huge price point differences, you know, even though they're different items. You know, it's lingerie, and then one is more ready to wear and footwear and eyewear. It was very different, and it was very strong. So I feel like the Rihanna customer wants those price points of a Savage X Fenty because that's what they're accustomed to, and that's what came out first. I have a feeling if Savage X Fenty wasn't around and then Fenty got launched after Fenty Beauty, I have a feeling that it would have stuck, and we would still be seeing Fenty being carried in all these different places, and also potentially, you know, having stores and forefronts out. And Savage X Fenty's out, and like what I said before, if you're gonna start a brand, you always want to aim a little bit higher, and so you can kind of have it, because once you start doing, because if you start low to high, it's very difficult to kind of go throughout. I know throughout the years you can increase something by $5, $2, $10, and but not like an over exaggeration as whenever you're first starting your company. So it takes super hard to kind of go, so you always kind of want to go a little bit higher in the beginning, so the brand and everything is better over time. You know, even though that the brand failed, she still has 2 other successful businesses. Yours do really well. So, you know, if one was doing down, it doesn't matter, because she didn't really need that, because she has 2 strongholds, Fenty Beauty and Savage X Fenty, and I think that's really well, plus all the other things that she has on the side, because I know in the true scheme of things, Rihanna and the people around her are very intelligent, and they know exactly what they're doing, and they know how to market themselves and to have wealth, and how to maintain that, and how to keep getting more. So, you know, even though something did knock her down one, she still has 2 other things going around her, that's as far as like fashion and clothing and beauty, and then she still has music, all those royalties, and then all the other things that she's done in her entire career. So I think she's doing well. I think she's doing fine. You know, I'm very excited to see if Rihanna's gonna launch a fragrance. You know, I just thought about that, right? You know how like Rihanna, like back in 2010 and 2011, like in like California King Bed, you know, like those type of eras, like 2010s, you know how like when she came out with like these perfumes right here, and remember like they were really popular. I remember some people in school had them, and like the Nicki Minaj ones came out. I don't know if there's like a contract between the fragrance and Rihanna, but I have a feeling like after that contract, whatever that agreement ends, I think that's when Fenty's gonna do a fragrance. And I feel like once that fragrance launches through Fenty, not kind of like the older kind of perfumes, I feel like it's gonna do so well, guys. I feel like that Fenty perfume, she's gonna give us the fantasy. She's gonna, I can already see kind of the bottle. I can see it being like a metallic-y color, a very kind of odd shape, but it has like Fenty really pretty, and it's gonna be a really great price point, and it's gonna last long. But I have a feeling that a fragrance is gonna be in the works very soon. I don't know how fragrance contracts works. I don't know how agreements works, but I feel like that's the reason why there's not a Rihanna fragrance out through the Fenty Beauty line through Sephora, is because I feel like she still has those prior agreements of all those other perfumes. The one that looks like that, like a little bottle, she's probably waiting for it to happen, is for those to kind of end, and then for her to kind of like make her own kind of Fenty fragrance. Because I feel like I said, once that Fenty fragrance drops, I feel like everybody's gonna buy it, everybody's gonna have it. It's like the Ariana Grande fragrances right now, how they're super popular, like the Cloud one, and even like some of the older ones. I still feel like it does really well. So I know my girl Rihanna's gonna come through, and I'll probably end up purchasing that fragrance myself. Rihanna, my thoughts and opinions. I know I got sent it through the DMs about my thoughts and my opinions, so I did kind of want to talk about it. I also wanted to talk about Rebecca Minkoff, and Rebecca Minkoff has an OnlyFans page. Can you believe it, guys? Rebecca Minkoff has an OnlyFans page. So for all my people that don't know what OnlyFans is, I'm gonna explain it in the most PG way. OnlyFans used to be, well, it still is, but it's not known for that. OnlyFans used to be like a place where you can show your fans or show people who subscribe to you how to cook, or like a Patreon, like, you know, watching exclusive content that was still PG, or, you know, catch up with my little bit more personal me. And it kind of slowly turned into an adult entertainment website where you can, so where it is adult content and you pay a premium per month. I don't have anything against OnlyFans. I don't care. Like, if you want to subscribe to people on OnlyFans, that's you, that's your prerogative. You know, put money into somebody else's bank account. You know, that's happy, do you. You know, to do yourself. Like, eso no me preocupa. But I don't know, I find it very funny that that when I saw that Rebecca Minkoff was joining OnlyFans, it just came across as very attention seeking. And I hate to talk about that because Rebecca Minkoff is one of my dream brands to work from, but I have to keep it 100 and I have to keep it transparent. You know what I mean? I think our relationship always comes before anything else. And when I saw it, I was low-key very disappointed, because Rebecca Minkoff is supposed to be a brand that is clean cut. You can always rely. They're very safe bags in her collection. Like, safe as you can never go wrong with them. A classic black silver bag, a classic clutch, a big everyday bag, something to put your laptop in. You can have it, you can rely on it. It will hold up and it will be there when you need it. And I feel it's a very safe brand. Like, you can never say nothing wrong about Rebecca Minkoff. Her items seem very subpar. Like, they hold up, they're made pretty well. Kind of saw that. It just gave me very attention seeking. Just anything for likes, anything for views, anything for clicks. And that also the Rebecca Minkoff brand has changed throughout the years. It used to be very heavily carried at a lot of department stores and a lot of wholesale accounts. And I've noticed that within the last 24 months, the brand has really shifted and really changed. For like at Nordstrom, you would be able to see, you would go into Nordstrom, you would find every Rebecca Minkoff bag you could ever think of. They would have in so many colors, so many variations. They were always well stocked. And now that I go to, some Nordstroms don't even carry it. So I think I went to Stonebriar, which is like Frisco, and I was looking at handbags there, and they don't even carry Rebecca Minkoff bags anymore. And so that's kind of like a sign that, oh, like they exited that store. Also, like, a lot of the handbags started going more on sale. They started going more like at Nordstrom Rack. Like, I can literally go to, like, if you go on Nordstrom's website and you put Rebecca Minkoff, you'll probably find, like, let's, for example, 100 items. Versus if you go to Rebecca Minkoff's, if you go to Nordstrom Rack and put Rebecca Minkoff, there's like 500 items. So there is more off price being sold than full price items. In the long run, that's not something that's sustainable for your brand. Not sustainable as far as like environmentally. It just won't be stable for your brand, because then that customer is going to be accustomed to pay, oh, why should I buy this when I can just go to Nordstrom Rack and get a Rebecca Minkoff bag, or I can go and buy it on this website, or yada yada yada. So I think that the brand has changed a lot, And I feel like whenever they did their rebrand like a year and a half ago, Rebecca Minkoff stuff I do really like. I think a lot of it is está bonita, it's really cute. Like I said, it's a very reliable brand. It's a brand that you can always kind of go to for your bread and butter. Like if you want to give somebody a tote that has no branding on it, you can do that, you know what I mean? It's just a very, very, very safe brand that you can never go wrong with. Them have a OnlyFans. It just came across as very, very attention seeking, and it kind of rubbed me the wrong way, because you're supposed to be Rebecca Minkoff, something that are reliable, very respectable, very original. And I'm, like I said, I don't have a problem with OnlyFans. It's just like when you're a brand and you're trying to perceive yourself in a certain image, it's just not a good look. And I didn't care for it at all. It really turned me off. Like, everything is about your brand, everything is about your image, the way you are perceived. And I know they may sound so superficial, but that's just the way things are. And I just didn't like how they try to have an OnlyFans. I will say their OnlyFans is free. They're not charging to see their exclusive content. Honestly, they could have just put it on their Instagram. I don't really see that Instagram person moving to OnlyFans to check for only Rebecca Minkoff. I think there's only a few brands that have such a heavy fan base that can do it. Because also another thing I noticed with Rebecca Minkoff, it's either you buy like a Rebecca Minkoff handbag and you have it for 5 years or 3 years, or you're a handbag junkie like me and then you kind of buy it, you know, bags as you like them. But it's kind of like you either buy a bag when you need it, or you just kind of collect them collecting. And 9 times out of 10, it's usually like, I just need a bag that's gonna hold up really well. I'm gonna get this and call it a day, and it's my bag for the next 2 years, or like one of my rotation bags for the next couple years. So I don't know, I thought it was really funny, I thought it was really hilarious. And then I had checked, and like their page on OnlyFans only has like, so I just checked on it. Rebecca Minkoff has 17 posts on their OnlyFans, and they have 690 likes, and last seen 1 hour, and inside look at everything Rebecca Minkoff. Now I don't know if OnlyFans cut them a check. I don't know if they're like, you know what, Rebecca Minkoff, can we get you on our platform so other brands can go on the platform, and you know, eventually, you know, you do it for free and maybe start charging like $5 a month for exclusive Rebecca Minkoff content. I really don't see that happening. I don't even see any other brands following in that footstep, because it's not a good look. It's really not. And just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know. I don't know if that's just me, just because I'm very kind of like particular on like brands that I like and brands that I purchase from. And I will say I haven't purchased Rebecca Minkoff in a while, but I was really considering Rebecca Minkoff bags, because I did go to Dillard's and I saw that they had so many Rebecca Minkoff bags. I remember Rebecca Minkoff used to never be carried at Dillard's, and now it's like carried left and right. Like, they have so much inventory of it. About Rihanna's Fenty line, what do you think? Were you here for it? Were you not here for it? Do you like it? Do you not like it? Like I said, I liked it, but would I go out and buy it myself? No, because it was trendy basics, and when it's trendy basics, like I said, you can tell from where it was and where it kind of came from, and so you can really tell season it is. And so I didn't want to buy something that was super trendy. As far as Fenty Beauty, I love Fenty Beauty. Like I said, I've tried their products and I'll perfume any one of these days. Savage X Fenty, I haven't purchased from them personally, but I know that it does well, and I know a lot of my friends have, and they love Savage X Fenty. Only Rebecca Minkoff. Will I buy something Rebecca Minkoff? I feel like I would. I just want to have one Rebecca Minkoff in my collection. I was looking like at Poshmark and stuff. You can actually find like really great deals on Rebecca Minkoff items. So the pre-love route on Rebecca Minkoff, just because there's so many great deals and there's so many great, you know, prices, and even on a lot of their core items you can get good deals on. Do a what's in my bag real quick before I end the video here. So this is like I said, I was using my Coach Cassie, these Tom Ford glasses right here. These are my Tom Ford Pias. I love them so freaking much. I have the Byredo Rose right here. I have my Tory BURCH face mask. I just have them in a little pouch here. I love this because it has a little D-ring, so you can put them on all the other bags. This was worth literally every single penny. It was $35 for 3 masks. I have my card case, and the card case that I've been using is my Goyard. And the reason why I told my friend the other day, I was like, I think going forward, all the wallets I'm gonna buy is green. I feel like green is very good luck, and you can never go wrong with it. So I love the green on the Goyard. I think it brings me good luck. It brings me more luck. I have this hand cream. I've been really into hand cream. I've never usually am a very hand cream person. I have that one right there. I have a Bibliotech hand cream from Byredo. I have a little charger right here, and then I have a lip balm from Chanel. I have a battery charger for this camera because sometimes, you know, a girl be talking so much and I have to change out the battery. I have my Apple AirPods in here, and that's all I have in here. I love that it just fits everything. Oh, I also have these glasses in the last pocket here. These are my Ray-Ban opticals, which should really be in the case, but I just kind of have. Really love it. I'm so excited to wear it out a little bit more. Like I said, I've been using the regular Cassie more. Well, I find because I don't really have white bags. The only other white bag that I have is the Loewe basket bag, and I won't be able to use that one until probably like April or like May. And so I love this white bag. I feel like I want to add another white bag. I would definitely want to get rid of one of my classic black bags. I don't know which one it is, and I want to really substitute it for a white one. I used to really think white like was a bag that I couldn't really maintain, that I feel like I could get really dirty, and so I've been really taking care of white sneakers. And there is a little bit wear right here, but I really don't care. Like, it literally looks fine. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that. It's just like right here, pero la mera verdad no me importa. Like, I wear the bag and I love it. I get so many compliments with the chain on them, and so yeah, I think I'm gonna be in the market for a white handbag. I feel like the next two handbags that I add in my collection, I definitely want to add a red one, and I definitely want to add another white one. I'm not sure what I want. I'm still kind of like on just a handbag like in a week and a half, I want to say. Just a handbag like in a week and a half, and I really want to give myself like 5 weeks before I buy another bag, or if I do buy a bag, I have to sell one, just so I don't have an overflow of handbags. But a white handbag is definitely in my look, definitely in the kind of like the rotations that I definitely want to talk about. If there's any white bags that you recommend, I don't particularly want it to be like a shiny leather. I definitely want it to be like a little bit more of a matte. It can be grainy, it could be designer or contemporary. I'm pretty open, but I have been liking this one. And when I first bought it, I was a little scared to use it, but now I'm just like, girl, I'm living my best fantasy. Like, I love La Bolsa. Está absolutamente preciosa, but I love carrying this little baby. This is my child. I don't know what bag comes into mind for a white handbag, and I definitely prefer to be something like this, where it's like, it's not a small bag, but it's not like a big bag to put on my laptop. It's like the perfect size. I saw this Alexander McQueen kind of looking one that I liked. Into buying spring and summer clothing. Like, I went shopping at Aritzia, and then I placed an order online where I bought like a bunch of A Goldie shorts and like Anina Bing items, and I'm just so excited to like, I literally have like looks and outfits that I'm getting prepared. Like, I'm actually taking like headshots, like front, back, and like putting pictures and putting it in a wall, so I have all these outfits ready. Like, I'm so excited for spring and summer, so excited. I have my Rent the Runway membership. I feel like I don't really need it in the summertime because I usually like to have like fun, thick, third layer pieces in this winter, and I find that now it's gonna be more hot and I'm gonna be wearing like tanks and like simple tops. I don't feel like I really need to have it because I don't want to rent out like denim and stuff like that. So I find that March is probably going to be the last month that I have it, and I probably won't get it back. I'll be talking about Rent the Runway soon on my channel. I think on the next haul I'll talk like 10 minutes on it, waiting on it. I just literally turned in my stuff from the snowstorm like 2 days ago, so I'm waiting on to getting new stuff. But yeah, I will be talking about my Rent the Runway. But yeah, I've been like, when I took all my headshots for certain outfits, I was like, Sergio, I think you're really missing a white bag. I told myself the only bag that I can buy if it comes back in stock is the Brandon Blackwood bag, and he just posted on Instagram yesterday that it won't get restocked till like April. That's another bag that I've been wanting. Actually, that could be my white bag, is the Brandon Blackwood one, the little I don't know if it comes in white, but I know it comes in a bunch of other colors. But he did a red one for Valentine's Day, but I think he said he made it for himself. I actually really like the red one. I think if I get a red bag, I'm kind of down to get that one. But yeah, I've been really into like looking at the handbags I'm using for spring and summer. I noticed that I really won't be using my Chanel 19. I find that it's more like was wintry bag, so I feel like in the summertime I don't feel like I'm gonna use it. When I was doing kind of like my fittings and stuff, I saw that I was reaching towards the Loewe basket bag, the Loewe tote. I was reaching for this Coach Cassie. I was reaching for flap, the Bottega Veneta mini Jody. I was reaching for the Michael Kors satchel. So I have been using for more stuff, but a lot of the bags aren't really black except the Bottega. But we shall see, we shall see, we shall see. But yeah, this is my little beauty, my little Coach Cassia, but all her little stuff in there. She's all super cute and adorable. Yeah, guys, I think I want to end the video here. I just kind of wanted to chit chat, hablar contigo. As you can see, I hablo mucho. That I have a Starbucks drink, and I forget that I have a sandwich. It's probably cold, pero está bien. I love talking to all you guys. We love to kiki and talk about it. I think for the title video, like, I think I'm gonna put Rebecca Minkoff Onlyfans. I don't know, I thought that when I first saw it, it was so funny. Like, you have no idea. And then I put a poll on Instagram. That's why I so you guys follow me on Instagram. Would you be subscribing to Rebecca Minkoff's Onlyfans? And a lot of you guys said that how you were very disappointed that they would kind of do that for kind of attention seeking, because for me that's what it comes across as. You know, I'm not like a proper like YouTuber, I'm not a proper Instagrammer. Like, yes, I would love to work with brands and stuff, but that's not my priority. My priority is like our relationship. And a lot of you guys told me how y'all didn't like the way it's perceived and the way that brand is heading towards. Like, I just didn't like it, but we'll see how Rebecca Minkoff is doing. I'll probably add a handbag in my collection later in the line, probably before the end of the year, and I'll do a whole video on Rebecca Minkoff and probably an analysis, because Rebecca Minkoff has had a lot of changes throughout the years. So it's very exciting to see how they're going to be kind of shifting. And yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know what topics you want to talk about next week. I think next week I definitely, which is going to be the video I'm going to film tomorrow, I think I had a DM the other day talking about how wearing designer at your job, or like when not to wear designer. So I feel like that's a really great kind of like topic to talk about, because you know the envidiosas are out there like so much. Like, today I had somebody hit my Facebook Messenger, and after I got that message I literally deactivated my Facebook, asking me, oh my god, I haven't seen you since senior year, I just saw your channel, blah blah blah, can we hang out? And I see this amiga, and this amiga's trying to build a YouTube channel, so I already know where it's leading. She wants to hang out with me so she can tell me, can we work on a YouTube video together? And this person doesn't really mess with me, and I know after that she's not going to talk to me again. Like, I just know how people are. I'm really good at reading people. And then I had another girl hit my DMs on Instagram. What's up, girlie? I haven't seen you like in 2 years. How are you? I'm just like, girl, I already know where this is heading, girl. I know communication goes both ways, but you know, girl, people be trying it all the time, and for me, I'm just like, no, amiga, like, la mera verdad, no tengo tiempo, tengo muchas cosas que hacer, tengo mi canal, tengo mi trabajo, tengo mi familia, and I have all these other little mini side things that I have to get done. Girl, I'm tired. The last thing I want to do is to you know, spend half a day doing something that I could be working on other things. And I've also been working out a lot, and I've been working on kind of upper chest, and girl, I am sore. Normally me levanto bien temprano, but today I stayed until like 8:30. I usually wake up like at 7, and I was like, no, girl, like, me siento bien sore. But girl, I'm trying to get all this summer thing ready, so before you know it, it'll be summertime here in Texas. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Love each and every single one of you. Y los minos en el próximo video, Monday through Friday, contemporary and designer fashion. Subscribe, and you can never miss any one of my uploads. Bye guys, y cuídense.